Alright there, YouTube singers. This video will offer Italian pronunciation help for the aria Saper vorreste by Verdi. This is the second aria of Ɔscar in Un ballo in maschera. And before we go ahead with the text, I would like to point you to the description box below where I've left you the text with all of the things that are not phonetic in it. So I've left it basically alone except for the things that are not phonetic. Open O's, assimilations, and phrasal doublings. And below you'll see a bunch of links to my various websites, Facebook fan page, and the most important link is the pronunciation dictionary on the RAI site. So you can either follow the link below or type into Google RAI Dizionario and you'll come up with this fabulous site where you can put in any word and it will tell you whether the word's open or closed. There is also a playback button which will read the word back to you with a native Italian speaker, and also it acknowledges, which I love the most, it acknowledges the existence of phrasal doublings and assimilations. So it actually reads entire phrases back with those doublings. So I strongly encourage you to check it out. I've been using it for years. It's been around for over 10 years, and it is a fabulous resource. So let's get started. First, we'll do things one word at a time, and I'll go through all of the open and closed vowels, the rolled R's, the phrasal doublings, and the assimilations, and we'll have the reasons and the formulas to why this happens, and all of the most common mistakes I've heard in either in coachings or in auditions, and also competitions. So let's begin. So one word at a time. First word, saper. Saper. So all the ere verbs in Italian are closed. Closed e. So it's sapere, saper. So this R rolls at the end because it is final and it touches a consonant. The rule is R's that are surrounded by vowels are flipped. So if I were to say the entire infinity as it really is, sapere, I would not roll the R because it's surrounded by those E's. And then in this instance, saper. So it's way up here and it has the pitch of whatever you're singing. And it's very important to come off right at the bat because you have these two rolled R's and you should have those in those R's the pitch of what you're singing. And actually you should be able to sing the beginning of the whole aria just on R, right? If you can do that, then when you get to the R's, you'll be right in the right place. So the next word, vorreste. Vorreste. It's hard to go slowly like that. So I did it one syllable at a time. Everything's closed, right? O, A, A. So this R rolls, obviously, because it's doubles. So rolled R. Now, the only thing you have to worry about as far as unstressed vowels is that they're closed, right? So you don't have to worry about unaccented syllables in Italian. So anything that's on an unaccented syllable is either going to be A or O. So closed E is A, open E is A. Closed O is O, open O is aw, like aw. Isn't it too bad? Okay, and I'm making a huge difference. There's not that huge of a difference when you speak. Okay, so this stressed vowel, the accent of the word, is in the middle of the word vorreste. Now, this happens to be a stressed vowel that is closed. Now, on the stresses, there is no rule. They can either be open or closed. Basically, you have to memorize them all. That's the bad news. Okay? It is possible. And then the other thing is you can just be diligent and mark. I always persuade my clients to just mark the opens, because then the closed are phonetic, right? So less you mark and you score, the better. So just mark the open vowels, okay? So here, vorreste, closed E. One more note about this word, or many mistakes you can make in this verse, in the second word, is the S. When you speak, you can say vorreste, and you see I hiss the S a little bit. When I'm singing, I have to be very careful that that S is on the proper note. So the first note is vo, next note is re, next note is ste, not vorreste. It's not on this second note, you understand? So that's different from speech. When you do that, you get better legato. You're not hissing instead of phonating, right? So if you sing and you sing vorreste, you stopped your legato. But if you sing vorreste, much better. Your legato doesn't stop. Okay, going on. D is a weak monosyllable, which is di, D. K is a strong monosyllable. So the difference between a weak monosyllable and a strong monosyllable is that a strong monosyllable will cause the next word, if it starts with a consonant, to have a double consonant. Okay? So DK, no double C. Weak. D is weak. It does not cause the first letter of K to double, but K is a strong monosyllable. So it's Kesi. So there's going to be two S's there. Okay, so C, vɛste. So C is a weak monosyllable here. Vɛste, vɛste. When I speak again, I can hiss the S. When I sing, I have to say vɛste. This is now a stressed consonant, stressed vowel, stressed E, and vɛste. Va, open E on a stress. So you see, you have to memorize, especially with verbs. Verbs are very elusive. So vɛste, closed E at the end, unstressed, open E on the stress. Let's go on. This will become easier as we go and you see these formulas happening over and over again. Quando. So this goes around in my mouth, around, right? If an Italian said the word around in English, it would do that, right? Quando. So the N comes up and you actually phonate on the N and it hits the D. Quando. U, ku, right? So when you do Italian, it's up here. It's not quando, way down here. It's ku, a, do, quando, right? So when I do a legato, you see it all together fast. If I did it slowly, ku, a, do, quando. Okay? Going on. The word for is open, and it has an accent grave, right? The word for and is closed, a. Okay, so those are the first two words you should memorize in Italian, right? So both of them are strong monosyllables, so the word a will double the C to cosa. Okay, so le cosa. Now, how do I do a double C? I do the L long and then I stop phonation. I go right up to that K sound and I just don't say it. Then I say it, right? And it's the space and the stop in the phonation that makes the double consonant, not the force of the K. So I don't say, so I'll do it again. So it's le cosa. See? Double C. And it's up to me how long that space is, gives me the force of the expression or whatever I'm trying to get across, right? So, le cosa. I can do it wherever I want, right? So, notice that the K sound does not change. And it's never, le cosa. There's a lot of mistakes you can make trying to do a double the way you just don't sound right? So, one of them is to chop the A and really clamp down on the le cosa. Now I just did it kind of right, but it's too abrupt, it's too harsh, right? The other thing is to do an English K, right? So le cosa, or to do two Ks, le cosa, right? So there's a K on either side of that space. So remember, it's just one K sound for singing. Le cosa. Okay. Now, the O is stressed and it's open. Okay. Le cosa. For singing, I always advise somebody on a single S to just a voiced S. It's way better for singing. K, close the vuɔl. That's slow motion, right? I start from way up. All. Vuɔl. Vuɔl. So there's a lot of flesh, right? The O is open in this word. Next word, nascosa. When you speak, you can say nascosa with the hissed S, right? But in singing, again, you have to be clean. Nascosa. Nascosa. If I do it fast, you see, I give the illusion of legato. The O in this word is stressed and closed. Ɔscar. Now you have this is the greatest aria to practice S because your own name has an S. Open O and then later S, right? Lo, weak monosyllable. Now the weak monosyllables are actually easier to memorize than the strong monosyllables. The weak monosyllables are only a handful. You can count them on two hands. There's another great resource. It's Evelina Colorni's book, Singer's Italian, and it's a green book you probably had in Diction 101. I don't know if they still use this book, but it is one of the greatest resources for the formulas. She besides listing all the formulas of open and closed vowels, like words like este, all of those, how the different endings are closed. She also lists all of the strong monosyllables and all of the weak monosyllables. So it's a great resource. It's towards the end, about 4 or 5 pages from the end. So lo is a weak monosyllable, so it's not going to double the S of sa. Ma is a doubling word, right? So it's a strong monosyllable. And nnol, even though the word no is open, and this word nnol is no plus il, when it contracts, it becomes closed. So it's nnol dirà. Again, there's a flipped R because it's surrounded by vowels. So nnol dirà. I exaggerated the double N, right? It's going to be just so slight. Nnol dirà. See? Like just a little bit. So now the next part, tra is a doubling word. So tra-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la. So when you're going through this aria, you'll notice that very careful singers of Italian will double L. Some of them will be single L. So tra-la-la-la, 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 tra-la-la-la-la-la, la-la-la-la-la. Okay, so one of the other failures in this section is that you all take it so fast. And if you listen to Arturo Toscanini conduct this, who knew Verdi and played in Verdi's orchestra, and he played cello for Verdi while Verdi conducted Otello, and used to go to Verdi's house. He knew Verdi. Right, conducted a lot of Verdi's music. When he had a question about a tempo with the singer in an argument, he'd go to Verdi's house, and Verdi would side with Toscanini. He takes it slower than you do. Now, the other thing we know about Toscanini was the older he got, the faster he took things. And this was the last opera he recorded, and he takes it slower than you do. So that should tell you something. So go listen to that recording, okay, and then do it at that tempo. Or do it at a tempo that works for you, but don't do it at that fast tempo. The fast tempo makes your break down. Okay, next part, piano. Okay, so now we have a semivowel and an open E on the stress and a single N. This is incredibly hard for Americans to do because we love to double that N, right? So you'll often hear piano, or you'll find yourself doing that, piano. right? So how do we get rid of that double N? Well, that double N is produced by phonating the N, right? So all you have to do is phonate on the N, and it's double N, no matter how softly you do it. Piano. See? So double N, right? Single N. Piano, piano, piano. So the A is actually doubled, right? Piano. So no matter if you try to do single N and you phonate on that N for just an instant, it's going to be double N, right? Piano. See, double N, no matter what. Piano. No, you went N, right? Piano. So I hope that clears that up for you. You also have a single M in the next word coming up. Same problem, right? D'amore. Closed O, single M. D'amor. D'amor. Right? So you're rolling the R at the end because it's truncated. The O is closed, single M. Same thing. If you phonate on the M, you'll have double M. Going on. Mi, now the weak monosyllable, no double B. Mi balza, balza. So the A. First thing, no harmonization. Both A's should be exactly equal. Practice the A's. Balza. So L, it phonates, right, before the T. And Z is like TZ. Il, I-L, core is heart. That's the full word. Cor. So open O. It's from modern Italian is cuore, and a lot of words that are u-o open the O. So that's one formula you can memorize. So if you know it's cuore, you see also a lot of old forms of words like fuoco, foco, gioco, giuoco. So those are all the uo where they open. Okay, going on. Ma is a strong word. Notice I say it kind of short. Ma ppur. So again, the double P comes from the A goes, it stops phonation. You go up to the P, you don't say it, then you say it, right? Ma ppur, ma ppur, ma ppur. You can say it wherever you want. You just can't cut the A short. Ma ppur, right? And I see a lot of that. I also hear a lot of that, right? So if you cut the A, again, you'll get one that's kind of not elegant and too short. And people will say, well, who told you to do that? Right? And that you'll wonder why you're doing something that's good and you're not getting a good outcome, right? So ma ppur, discreto. Now notice when I speak, I can say discreto and hiss that S. Again, discreto. Single T. Ooh, single T. So single T versus double T. So if I want to double the T, right, discreto, I go up to the T and I just stop again, right? So if you stop in this word, you're going to get a double T where it doesn't belong. Discreto. To. That's your single T, right? To. All right, going on. Sɛrba, open, Sɛrba, not chair, doesn't rhyme with chair, right? Sɛrba, the R rolls, it touches the B. Il, segreto, rhymes with discreto, single T, close D on the stress. Nnol, again we had that word before, nnol rapirà. So you're going to roll the first R, right? Nnol rapirà, okay? Or you can do what the Italians do. They tend to do a shadow vowel and a double L. Nnol rapirà. That's the other version, right? So you'll see, like when they say things like the director, il regista, there's a double L and a kind of an A there, right? And the visual, il regista, right? So same thing here. Nnol rapirà. Now, some Italians, when they sing, they can do nnol rapirà. So that's your choice. So rapirà, flipped R, right? I hear a lot. Rapirà, a lot of rolled R's in between vowels. Grado, grado, right? Rolled R, single D. double B now, because the word O is a strong monosyllable, right? But we're champions at double B. We do too much double B. Italians can hardly hear double B, right? Because B doesn't stop phonation when it doubles. O bbeltà, o bbeltà. See, not o bbeltà. I hear all the time, o mio babbino, right? With that real double B. O mio babbino, babbino. See, just double B, just enough for spice. Careful, bbeltà is the full word. That first E, even though you're used to saying bello and bella with an open E, this E is closed. And it'll creep in an open E, right? But it's bbeltà, closed E. And then that's back to the tra-la-las again. Okay, so now let's do the entire line. And so you want to find one down, usually where the rhyme of the word is, and this will give you the long phrases. You don't want to accent and become too sing-song with your text. Okay, so here we go. Saper vorreste di che si veste quando le cosa che vuol nascosa. See, so nascosa is your rhyme. Ɔscar lo sa, ma nnol dirà. Tra-la-la-la. So you see the tra-la-la-la rhymes. Okay, going on. It's a very short text. Piɛno d'amore, or d'amor, mi balza il cor, ma ppur discreto, Sɛrba il segreto. So if you noticed, Verdi accented the words differently because Ɔscar is being coy, right? So there's this thing about, and when Italians get coy or they're excited, they start to elongate the vowels. Sɛrba il segreto. You see, it's not that the accent is on the ba, it's that the vowel has elongated, right? So going on, nnol rapirà. So let's do this whole thing. Pieno d'amor mi balza il cor, ma pur discreto Sɛrba il segreto. Nnol rapirà, Grado, bbeltà, tra-la-la-la. Okay, so the tra-la-la-la ends the rhyme. If you enjoyed this video, please like below, please share, and please subscribe. And always feel free to comment as you see fit. And remember to always see your coach.